Looking at the Markets with David Modell.
Hello and welcome to Looking at the Markets with David Modell. I am so glad that you're watching this video right now. I've got a warning for you as well as a potential opportunity so that perhaps you can capitalize on the craziness that's going on right now in the economy and the markets and the government, which is very divided and very gridlocked right now. I call it the stimulus mud fight that's going on in Congress, and I believe that gold is going to be the last man standing when all is said and done. And however you position yourself now is going to determine whether we can all make it through this challenging time. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about right now. Congress is proposing spending anywhere from $908 billion to $2.2 trillion in stimulus money. It's going to be huge. On the other hand, you probably won't get another $1,200 stimulus check. Now, there might be $300 a week in unemployment benefits, but that's typically not enough for most families nowadays to get by. So I don't want you to count on the government for stimulus to get you through this time. We're going to have to learn to build our own wealth and ultimately fend for ourselves. Therefore, the actual benefits that you'll receive from the government will be minimal, if you get any benefits at all, that is. And meanwhile, the addition to the debt load will be massive, I can guarantee you that much. The government is not afraid to print up and spend money. As you can see in this chart here, 21% of all US dollars were printed in 2020. That's shown in this tall blue bar here. And don't get me wrong, governments have spent money hand over fist, year after year, administration after administration. The trend towards government debt spending has been going on for decades, actually. One administration after another, year after year, decade after decade. It's just a mountain of debt that keeps on growing and growing. And it's not going to stop anytime soon. It's just going to keep going upwards on that trajectory. When Reagan became president in 1981, U.S. debt was just under $930 billion. It took the combined effort of Reagan, Bush Sr., Clinton, and Bush Jr. 28 years to grow the U.S. debt by $10 trillion, while Obama and Biden managed to grow it by almost the same amount in 8 years. Biden served as vice president from 2009 to 2017. During those 8 years, U.S. debt went from $10.7 trillion to $20 trillion. That is a massive increase of 85% or $9.3 trillion. And from 2014 to 2017, Janet Yellen was the Fed chair. She has deep experience in creating money out of thin air. Soon, she will be America's Treasury Secretary. With Yellen as the Fed chair, the government will have what I call a dream team, or maybe it's a nightmare team, with extensive executive experience in expanding the debt and printing money. The net effect of this will be devastating if you're holding a lot of cash for a long time, because the value of your dollars will go down. And the effect will be terrible if government bonds are part of your financial plan, because those government bond yields will be rock bottom. However, this will be excellent for anti-inflationary assets like gold, and for the companies that mine for gold. And I want to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Blue Lagoon Resources. The ticker symbol on the CSE Canadian Exchange is BLLG, and the ticker symbol on the OTC market, which is typically available in the United States and some other geographies, is BLAGF. And you can look in the description below this video if you want a reminder of that, and if you want to check out Blue Lagoon Resources on your own as well. And both of those stocks, both versions, Canadian and the OTC, are trading right now as I'm recording this video under $1, and well below their true value, I believe. Remember, gold stocks can provide magnified gains to the rising gold price. And again, I'll use Blue Lagoon Resources stock. Here is the Canadian version. As an example, all right, the gold price is shown here during this time frame. It's a multi-month chart here. The gold price is shown in yellow, and it did well. It did okay, went up. But if you wanted to magnify those gains during that time, look at the black line. That is Blue Lagoon Resources stock, Canadian version, during that same time. So again, magnified gains here are possible, depending on the time frame. Blue Lagoon's flagship gold property is called Dome Mountain. Now, this property has 15 known high-grade gold veins, but only one of them has been significantly explored so far. And the largest drilling program ever conducted on the property is expected to commence in January 2021, very soon. The company recently nearly doubled its already large land position of 11,000 hectares to nearly 19,000 hectares. And here's a map with the 4 properties, and here's the Dome Mountain Gold Mine and the other 3 properties. All 4 projects are located close to major highway infrastructure and within easy-to-access, mining-friendly districts of British Columbia in Canada. As far as the company is concerned, this is a young, dynamic corporation with excellent capital structure. The company recently acquired Metal Mountain Resources, Inc. and its high-quality assets. And the management is rock solid, with over 100 years of combined experience in publicly traded companies and the proven ability to raise significant capital. Now, talking about the Dome Mountain Mine, the site has already seen $28 million Canadian spent by Gavin Mines and $40 million Canadian previously spent by Timmins and Noranda for mine permitting, infrastructure construction, as well as underground development and exploration drilling. That means that a lot of the costly work has already been done on the site. It's a strong blue sky exploration potential type of property. 90% of Dome Mountain is unexplored. Only 1 of 15 high-grade veins has been explored by any significant drilling to date. And check it out, the company has no debt. That's fantastic. I mentioned the experienced, dedicated leadership. I want to talk about the Blue Lagoon Resources CEO and Director, Mr. Rana Vig. He's the past president and CEO of Musgrove Minerals in the copper and gold sector, and Continental Precious Minerals in the uranium sector, and he oversaw and executed on the acquisition and $5 billion+ reverse takeover of Curaleaf Holdings, which raised $520 million. He oversaw the purchase of the Dome Mountain property at a steep discount in an all-share deal. This was is a brilliant strategic move. And the Dome Mountain property is already permitted. This is so important. This potentially saves years. And it's a past producing mine. And the gold grade is high, with no environmental issues reported. So if you want to protect yourself and perhaps even capitalize on what's going on, the deadlock in government, the money printing, the dream team, or perhaps a nightmare team that's going to just print and spend money, devalue the currency, not so great for the US dollar going forward, not so great for bond yields going forward, but as far as gold is concerned, this is a huge opportunity, and for the miners as well. I'm looking at Blue Lagoon Resources as a tremendous opportunity. You can look in the description below this video just to remind you of the ticker symbols, BLLG on the CSE exchange, BLAGF on the OTC markets. We're talking about 15 known high-grade gold veins, 20 kilometers of geological strike, plus 75,000 tons per year, permitted, that's key, permitted already, gold mine in British Columbia, Canada. This is such a great opportunity if you're willing to seize it. I want you to do your research, do your due diligence, and consider Blue Lagoon Resources. Consider gold and getting into the mining sector through this company, through this stock. My name's David Modell. This is Looking at the Markets. I'm going to keep on bringing you opportunities so you can capitalize even in the most challenging of times. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I will talk to you again soon.